Hello everyone, and yes, the Cody is finally back with another episode of the Cody's MMA Uncensored. I've been going for a while, I understand, I'm sorry, I had things to take care of, had people over, just didn't want to be rude and all that stuff, but I'm finally here, and it is the special two-part edition of the Cody's MMA Uncensored. Jump for joy, yay, hooray, yay. Yeah, anyway, but the Cody's back. He's ready to talk about some MMA news you probably already heard of, news you probably haven't heard of. I might be a little late on my timing, but I'm gonna do what I can. I'm just saying, Well, without further ado, let's get into the Cody's special two-part edition of the Cody's MMA Uncensored.
Listen to this track, bitch.
Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ, tell me up, ladies, this your jam. I'ma sip my Moscato, and you don't need them pants. And I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands.
Alright, well, our first topic of the Cody's MMA Uncensored for today, Randy Couture will retire after his fight with Lyoto Machida at UFC 129. Now, a lot of people are wondering, is Chuck Liddell to blame for this sudden act of retirement? Well, I want people to remember that it wasn't that long ago when we thought he was retired already before he signed to fight Machida, So, I don't know what everyone else is talking about. I mean, I could have sworn he was going to retire a few months ago, but he's going to fight Machida, and then he's going to retire. I honestly think it's a good move, so, because, he's a great fighter, good at game plans, take nothing away from the guy, but eventually age catches up to some people. In my opinion, I think he should have retired after the Nogueira fight, because if Rodrigo Nogueira can knock you down on your ass more than once, we have serious problems. Very, very serious problems. Now, since he's moved back down to light heavyweight, he's done good, other than his, what I like to call the freak show fight with James Toney. He beat Brandon Vera, and he defeated Mark Holman. Brandon Vera's on the biggest schneid of his career, and Mark Holman is not much older. I'm almost the same age as Randy, so I don't really think he's relevant, is he? But this is going to be probably his toughest fight since the Nogueira fight, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I'll get into the fight later. Yes, I will be breaking down UFC 129, so I'll get into that fight later. Won't tell you exactly what I think of it now, but I like the fact that he's retiring. Like I said before, a lot of people think it's because of Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell's been knocked out. Oh, let's see. Got knocked out by Rampage, and then he got knocked out by Rashad, Shogun, and recently Rich Franklin. So, he was talking about how I feel bad. He got knocked out a lot. I don't want to get knocked out at all. Good move, man. Good move. So, Randy Couture is going to retire after UFC 129. I think it's a great move. A lot of Randy Couture fans won't agree with me, but the fact of the matter is the dude's too old. I don't think he should be fighting Machida, but, we'll see what happens come tomorrow night. So, yeah. Good job, Randy. Happy retirement. Hopefully we'll get to hear you commentate, because I hope UFC don't plan to bring any of those Strikeforce commentators over. Another story for another time. Our second topic of today: Vitor Belfort to take on Yasuhiro Akiyama at UFC 133. Now, this news kind of broke up last week, but I felt the need to talk about it. Vitor Belfort has kind of had a little, merry-go-round when it comes to who he's fighting. Word is he was going to fight Vanderlei Silva at the UFC Rio pay-per-view card. You know, many speculated he'd fight Nate Marquardt, but Nate Marquardt decided to go down to 170. Now, he's got Yasuhiro Akiyama. I like this fight. However, I don't think this fight will implicate any title contention. I don't think if Vitor Belfort wins, he should be reconsidered for a rematch with Anderson Silva or anything like that. Same thing with Yasuhiro Akiyama. I just think this fight is put together, you know, to move one up the ladder and one to get knocked back down. Or mainly because I think it would be an exciting fight. You know, a lot of people pick Vitor Belfort in this because, in my opinion too, Vitor Belfort was doing a hell of a job against Anderson Silva until what I call the phantom kick happened, where, you know, who in the hell expected him to get knocked out like that? I mean, not me. I mean, I thought I was watching the Brazil version of the Karate Kid or something. I mean, you just like, yeah, it's weird. But, you know, he was doing good. Phantom kick happened. You know, they think, a lot of people believe that Vitor Belfort, other than Anderson Silva, can't be beat by anyone else in the middleweight division. However, I kind of like Akiyama in this fight. I know he kind of had a bad performance against Michael Bisping. I agree. He looked sluggish. He looked slow. He looked out of shape. You know, don't discount Michael Bisping, but I'm just saying, I just think Akiyama was not into that fight to begin with. But, you know, I think, you know, his judo styles I think he'll pretty much control Vitor on the ground. I don't think he'll get caught with anything on the ground. I mean, I know he got caught by Chris Lieben, but, you know, he was also wearing out from all the punches to the head he was getting from Lieben. And I just think Akiyama will take the Lieben fight and kind of process it into the Vitor fight and probably fight a little smarter. So, I mean, I don't know. Thinking about it and kind of changing my mind, you know, Vitor has that ability to, you know, he'll just come right out of the gates and start kicking your ass. So, you know, I don't know. Okay, when that fight comes along, I'll make an official pick. So, the Cody retracts his statement. He doesn't know who you pick. It'd be a great fight, though. I'd like to see if Vitor can shut down the judo. I'd like to see if Yasuhiro Akiyama can shut down the speed and power of Vitor. So, I think it would be a great fight. I can't wait to see it. And, you know, great job by the UFC to put it together. Like I said, don't think the winner will gain much from it except moving up, you know, while the other one moves down. I don't think any title contenders will come from this. So, great fight. Can't wait to see it. Our third topic of the Cody's two-part special edition of the Cody's MMA Uncensored is a topic I am very, very happy about. Okay, well, sorta happy about, you know, just a little happy about. Rashad Evans will now face Phil Davis instead of John Jones due to John Jones' injury to his hand. The reason I'm kind of happy about this is because, as all you know, I'm a big Rashad Evans hater. Don't like the guy. Doesn't think he's that great of a fighter. I just think he's the luckiest fighter on the planet. And, you know, I didn't think he deserved the title shot. I thought he should fight someone else. This is a guy I think he should have fought, you know, Phil Davis, undefeated up-and-comer. A lot of people is comparing him to John Jones, but, you know, let's hold back. He's not John Jones. I mean, did you see him fight Rogerio Nogueira? Didn't like that performance, but I do think Phil Davis will have something to prove in this fight. And, you know, call me a Rashad Evans hater and say, you know, hey, you're only picking that guy because you don't like Rashad Evans. Damn straight, I'm picking this guy because I don't like Rashad Evans. You know, I think Phil Davis is younger, faster. I just think, to be honest, I'm not too sure about, you know, where he wrestles and how good his wrestling pedigree is. You know, I've never really paid attention to that, so I can't really tell you. I should do my homework and then, you know, come back and try this again maybe. Nah. But I think Phil Davis will win. I think he's a little bit more explosive. I think Rashad Evans, you know, he's had a long layoff. He last fought my boy Rampage Jackson, you know, like something like 15 months ago or something like that. I don't know. You know, maybe my math's off, but wasn't ever good at math. But I like this because I didn't think Rashad Evans should have been fighting John Jones. I think he should have fought someone else. This is a perfect guy I think he should fight, you know. And it's almost kind of similar because, you know, Rashad Evans is fighting someone who a lot of people think is like John Jones. You know, the wrestler, the explosive guy, the young guy, you know. So, don't think Phil Davis is as good as John Jones, but, you know, we'll see. I mean, will Phil Davis get a title shot if he beats Rashad Evans? I would say no. I would say, you know, Phil Davis would probably have to beat at least one other guy because, in my opinion, what would happen, I think Phil Davis, if he defeated Rashad Evans and Rampage Jackson defeated Matt Hamill, I do believe Rampage Jackson would get the next title shot, you know, just coming off the win of Lyoto Machida and beating a guy like Matt Hamill, who's kind of been on a roll since, you know, he had that terrible outing against John Jones, you know, defeated Keith Jardine, defeated Tito Ortiz. So I think Rampage Jackson would get the next title shot if he were to beat Matt Hamill and Phil Davis beat Rashad Evans. I don't like it, but if Rashad Evans did prevail and Rampage Jackson did prevail, Rashad Evans would probably be above Rampage just because he beat him. And I use the word beat very, very, very loosely. So Rashad would probably fight John Jones instead of Rampage, and Rampage would probably fight someone else. So, yeah, I like this fight just because I'm glad Rashad Evans is not fighting for the title. I'm very happy about that. So, Phil Davis, if you ever watch this, you'll never watch this. Who am I kidding? Please whip his ass. I'm begging you. I know John Jones would have, but you better too. You better do something. Man, I don't care if you have to bitch slap him 100 times to win. Just do it. Hey, hell, I don't care if you do the thing that I hate. Rashad Evans' his ass. Take him down. Do that little humping thing, you know. I'm a hump, homo hug. Yeah, do that, okay? And then, yeah, just write out the decision. So, yeah, you just do that and do that for me, okay? Go Phil Davis. Yeah, Rashad Evans. You already know what I think about you.